So let's talk strategy and execution. Now, these two concepts particularly apply to the business space, but it's something that is applicable to life in general. What is strategy? Strategy is simply the how to of something, right? So, like I've said before, repeatedly, life's questions can be boiled down to single one word questions, right? So, purpose, for instance, when we're talking about purpose, the reason for our existence, we ask the question, why? When we're talking about identity, we ask the question, who? When we're talking about destiny or destination, we ask the question, where? Right? When we're talking about mission, we ask the question, what? When we're talking about strategy, we ask the question, how? How exactly are we going to achieve our mission? How exactly are we going to achieve our destination? How do we make our vision come to pass? What are the steps? What are the things? What are the plans that we need to put in place to achieve these things that we're dreaming and we're talking about all the time? What is the strategy? How are we going to get about doing this thing that we want to do, right? So that's strategy. However, while it's great to have a strategy, you can't stop at the level of strategizing alone, right? Because by definition, having a great strategy without implementing it will not get you anywhere, right? So um, beyond talking the talk, you need to walk the talk, right? You need to implement, you need to execute. And this has been the bane of many companies or many organizations. They spend a lot of time thinking and strategizing, talking through a problem, talking through a challenge, talking about all the things that they want to do in the next year or the next business cycle. And even for individuals, we spend time planning, we spend time ideating, we spend time thinking through all the things that we want to do and how we want to do them. But execution is a different ballgame altogether. Execution requires that you leave the planning stage, that you leave the ideation stage, that you leave the talking stage, and that you start to action, you start to do, you start to implement, you start to execute, right? So thinking and doing, just like dreaming and doing, are the two critical concepts that you need to have together. You need to have them down pat if you're going to achieve great things, right? You need to strategize, yes, but you also need to execute. Don't strategize without executing, and please don't execute without strategizing. It doesn't get you anywhere in a hurry. It doesn't get you anywhere fast. It doesn't get you anywhere sustainable. Strategize by all means. Take time out to develop a clear, firm, and beautiful, compelling strategy. But when you're done with that, go ahead and execute. Waste no time in executing. Waste no time in walking the talk, right? And course correct where things don't appear to be moving out or developing in the way that you thought it would be. Make those changes, adjust. That is why you have the plan. That is why you have the strategy. It's not cast in stone. It's for you to try it out. It's for you to implement. When you see that it's not working, then you can course correct. You can change the things. You can tweak them. But if you don't have the strategy, you won't have anything to adjust, right? So it's important for you to execute once you're done strategizing. That way you get the best out of the things that you want to do. And may God help you as you go ahead doing that. All right. So strategize and please execute.